What up, y'all? This is Tracy from Squish, and today we'll be talking about the Universal Monsters Maze at Halloween Horror Nights. So, if you guys haven't heard yet, Halloween Horror Nights, both Hollywood and Orlando will have Universal Monsters present in their festivities. It is the third announcement that they've had this year, along with the Stranger Things obviously returning because it was such a hit last year. And then I think the original, I have it pulled up. Let me look at it because I can't remember the name. I know it's like Gladiators and stuff like that. Nightingale's Blood Pit, which is like literally the most metal sounding house I've ever heard in my life. House, maze, what do they call it? I don't know. Let's call it everything. It's beautiful and I'm excited and I don't even know what words are. Anyway. So, both Hollywood and Orlando will be getting Universal Monsters in their parks for Halloween Horror Nights this year. Hollywood had Universal Monsters last year. So basically what they're doing is this year Orlando is getting the same house or maze that they had last year. It's the same, but it's not quite. I think they're gonna expand upon it a little bit. Obviously in the little promo that they had, they show Frankenstein, Dracula, the Mummy, but then if you look at their little picture still that they put on their Instagram, I'll insert it here. If you look detailed at the bottom, they have many other Universal Monsters on there that we didn't necessarily see at the Hollywood one. I know Frankenstein, Mummy, and Dracula are kind of like the main dudes. I think Hollywood, you did see like the Wolfman, you saw the Invisible Man, you saw Phantom of the Opera, but the big thing that I think a lot of people are freaking out, myself included, is that we are getting Creature from the Black Lagoon, which was a big thing, you know. I mean, he's probably one of the biggest monsters right now. That's what everybody was asking him about Hollywood last year, like, where's Creature, where's Creature, where's Creature? And he's like, well, we wanted him, we had to, you know, cut him out last minute, I guess to fit whatever, but I think we're getting him, and I'm so excited. I mean, I was so upset when the first time we went to Halloween Horror Nights, the only time we've gone to Halloween Horror Nights, was 2017. And I had looked up videos and pictures and things like that, and I'm seeing all these Universal Monster merch. I'm seeing like the people dressed as them walking around in the park, and I was like, heck yes, I'm excited, let's do this. And then I get to the park and I'm like, where they at? They got like the Monsters Cafe, and that's it. There was like hardly any merch. They had one store, I forget the name of it, but it's like the Vault merch. It's like old school stuff. And they had a lot of monster stuff, but it was a lot of stuff that, like a lot of things from Rock Rebel and different companies like that, that I can get elsewhere. I've seen online. It is not park or Universal, whatever, exclusive. And that's what I crave. That's what I need, Universal. I was so mad. But yeah, come to find out, I looked up and I was like, oh, well, a lot of the things I was looking at was Hollywood, which I get because, I mean, you know, they filmed a lot of those movies on the sets at the Hollywood actual location. But it's like, can Florida get a little love? I mean, come on, y'all. Because, I mean, y'all know the Universal Monsters are my jam. I mean, I literally put on this shirt to film this video in because I'm a dork. That's who I am. That's who I am. That's how I identify myself, okay? I'm sorry, if you keep hearing something like thud, it's my phone. I can't control it. When I found out this information yesterday, what was that, April 29th, let's go with it. It was April 29th when they came out with this information, or at least when I first heard about this information. I couldn't concentrate all day at work. That's all I could think about. That's all I could look up and just, my mind was going. It's still going. We're a day later and I'm still just going crazy. I'm so excited. I didn't mention this, but Hollywood is again getting a Universal Monsters maze, but instead of getting the same one that they had last year that Orlando is now getting, they're actually getting Frankenstein meets the Wolfman. Now you know, I was like, woo! Woo! Because Wolfman my boo. Which is a big concern, is that I'm like, I hope that we see him in the one in Orlando. I know you saw like glimpses. He wasn't really a big character in the one that they had in Hollywood last year. I think from walkthroughs that I've looked at, like when you first walked in, you were kind of in like it was like his scene, but you didn't actually see him. And then I think they had one part where like you turned a corner and he like popped out of something randomly. But I hope he definitely gets more representation and more opportunities to be in our maze in Orlando. But I get it. It's just like the movies. Nobody wants to do a werewolf or a wolf man because it's the hardest to do makeup for and make it look tight. I get it. Dracula, make the man look pale. Give him some creepy fingernails. You're done. You know what I mean? Mummy, wrap that man up. Make him look shriveled. I get it. But like, come on. Hairy guys need love too. I believe that Slash last year for the Universal Monsters Maze did the soundtrack, which is crazy. I am a huge fan of Slash, so that's really cool. And he's gonna do it again for the Frankenstein meets the Wolfman. So hopefully Orlando, they'll have his soundtrack lent to this too. Now I know it's gonna be kind of different. They're gonna expand on it more. So I don't know. I don't know if that means we're getting Slash or not, but hopefully it does, cause he's tight. I just don't even know where to go, where to begin with this. I am so excited. This is the one thing, like, they could have nothing else at this year's event that I like, and it would still probably be like the best year ever, just because Universal Monsters are gonna be there. Like, I am I'm so excited. I cannot say that enough. Oh god, the fangirl screams are just, they're intense. This year we're going, 2019, we're going in September to Halloween Horror Nights in Orlando, and this will be our second year. So I mean, I'm kind of a relative novice. I'm not, I'm a noob. I haven't been to a lot, but I read up a lot about it. I've watched a lot of videos about Halloween Horror Nights. I would love to go every year, but it's just realistic, things come up and it's tough. But I think it's extremely interesting that, Hollywood, it was one of the biggest and fan favorite mazes of last year, so now they're bringing it again to both parks. Now I find this very interesting for a number of reasons. For the fact that, they were pretty absent in the Orlando park. But the thing that I find most interesting about it is that Orlando has acquired a whole new set of land. And there's a lot of rumors. There are a lot of rumors of what they're gonna put in this land. I know Nintendo World is a big one that I'm pretty positive is gonna be put over there. Although I think it's completely ridiculous that Orlando has a lot of space and attractions that I really feel like need to be get rid of it and put new things instead of like getting new land and changing that. Now I understand there's contracts and things involved in those things, and that's probably why. But like the whole area that's like the kids area with like Fievel, kids don't know what Fievel is. That was 90s kids. Like 90s kids know that stuff. But like kids now, they're like, who's this rat? What's he doing? What's going on with him? They don't know. And then the whole like Toon area is like, those cartoons are so outdated. Like I read those comics in the newspaper when I was a kid, but like it's not relevant. I think Universal, the good thing is I feel like with the success of the Wizarding World, they're making better attractions. Hopefully less 3D, more practical. We need that mummy stuff, because that's like your best ride, Universal. Is anyone from Universal listening to this? Do more mummy stuff.
And never take away my mummy. Never. You take away the mummy ride, I will ride in the streets, and I will light everything on fire in my path.
Anyway, I digress. I took a left turn. I didn't signal. But I personally think they're doing this because with the success of the Hollywood maze last year, with this new land that Orlando has acquired, there are rumors that they might make an all-year Universal Monsters attraction. Even saying that out loud just excites me. I think this came from like, I don't know, it's like a brochure or something that they had in a meeting talking about what they're gonna do with this new land. And there is a picture, it's very blurry, it's not very helpful, but it's a picture of what appears to be Dracula's castle. So there's rumors from everything from like a walkthrough, I guess kind of like a haunted house, the mazes that they have for Halloween Horror Nights, but like a walkthrough that goes through all the creatures, that's obviously longer, more detailed, whatever. There's talks of a creature water ride, something like, I guess, Jaws, which I personally never got to experience because they took it out the park before I ever went. First time I ever went was 2017, so, you know, RIP. Brucey's gone. Well, Bruce is still there. You can take a picture with him. You know, and I know they've got nods to him in the near the Wizarding World, because apparently a lot of the Wizarding World area is where the Jaws ride used to be. But I'm thinking this is testing the waters. They're gonna see how popular it is in Orlando, and if it really does well and they really have a good response to it, I think we're getting an all-year Universal Monsters thing, guys. I think it's happening. I think Universal Monsters fans, our time is now. Our time is now. And I'm so excited. I've said that 15,000 times in this video. But I wanted to get on here, ramble about that a little bit. What do you guys think about the Universal Monsters Maze? I know everybody's excited for Stranger Things, you know, to be back. I know a lot of people have been saying that the original houses they prefer over the licensed houses. But, you know, we still have a couple of houses that are rumored. I know I've heard a lot of people talking about Killer Clowns getting its maze because it had a scare zone last year, which I would be definitely excited to see because I love Killer Clowns, and I think that would be such a fun and colorful maze. There's so many fun things you can do with that. So I hope that that's one of them. So what properties do you think they're gonna have at Halloween Horror Nights this year? And which ones would you like to see? Sound off in the comments below, let me know. I love to hear everyone's theories and, you know, speculations. It's gonna be a wild ride until we know all the houses, and I'm so excited. I cannot wait. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you spooky nerds later.